Hey YouTube, how we doing? By now everyone pretty much knows their story. Marcus Luttrell and 4 other SEALs, and they did a story about them called Lone Survivor, and I recommend you get this movie. It is an awesome movie, but that's not really what we're here to talk about today, believe it or not. But it is on a similar vein. Marcus Luttrell has brought out some ammunition called Team Never Quit, and this is a frangible round. It's a 45 auto 155 grain hollow point frangible, and I recently got another job. I'm going to be working for Ammo AZ, and they allow us to carry, unlike Cabela's, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to get to carry while I'm at work. So I wanted to find something that would be effective, but if it had a pass through, or if there was a miss, and it hit something solid, it would break up. So I got to thinking about this ammunition. I mean, I'd heard a lot about it, and I went out and went ahead and bought some, and you can see it's a pretty good looking little round. And we went out and we did some testing with it. I ran some through the shield to make sure it was going to be reliable, because some of the other rounds, for one reason or another, weren't reliable in 9mm in some of the small guns. But the shield ran flawless with these rounds. Ran it through my full size to get an accuracy test with it and reliability, and it ran great. So what we came up with, let me roll some footage in, and then we'll come back and we'll look at some numbers and see what we came up with. Okay, we are out here at Riggs and we're getting ready to do an ammo test, and I picked up some of this Team Never Quit 155 grain hollow point frangible. Of course, this is a brand that Marcus Luttrell from Lone Survivor is behind, which that makes me feel good to buy this. I like supporting our veterans. And I'm going to go ahead and do some testing first with my hand load to get a base, and that's my 200 grain extreme. And we're going to do 5 shots on target, and then I'm going to put a couple 5-round groups with this and see what kind of accuracy we're going to get. And then I did bring the chronograph out, so I'm going to run some through it, and we're going to get a baseline for velocity. So let me get things set up and we'll move along. First 5 is going to be my 200 grain hand load going on the left target. This is going to set a base for accuracy today. This is with the M&P 45 M2.0. Okay, let me load some 155s up and we'll do a couple more tests. Okay, this is the first 5 rounds of the 155 grain frangible. We're going to go for the center target, make sure it functions the gun, and see what kind of accuracy we'll get out of this load. Alright, let me load my mag up with 5 more. We'll go for the right target. Okay, next group of 5, 155 grain frangible, 7 yards. Alright, let's run down and take a look at these targets while we're here. Okay, there's my control group. As always, this thing hits nice. I love this M2.0 45. First 5 out of the gate, there's a beautiful, beautiful little group there. And then the next 5, yeah, still decent, but I mean, it opened up a little. probably me. I guarantee it's me, because I mean, look at this group here. And then of course these here, you got 4 shots right there. So this is a heck of a shooting gun. I love this M&P 45 2.0. And these rounds seem to hit the same point of impact. So that's good. Now I want to go ahead, we'll test the shield with this round. So let me get some fresh targets up. Okay, first 5 are the control 200 grain extreme hand loads out of my shield. I'm going to put that on the left target. Failure to feed. That's with my hand load. Let me drop that back in so I can get 5. Okay. It's funny how that throws your concentration off and opens the group when you have a failure like that. Let me reload with some Frangibles. 5 155 gain Frangibles on the center target from the Smith & Wesson shield. Okay, I'll reload, be right back. We'll put 5 more. Here goes our final 5. Right target, Smith & Wesson shield. Okay, let's go down and take a look at those targets. Of course, you can see this is with my hand loads. I had one failure to feed, and it just kind of throws your concentration and those groups open up. The 155s did real well. No failures of any kind. Group is not too bad. First one. Second one, I think that is just real good. Every round cut the gray at 7 yards. So I would say that's pretty much a success hitting point of aim. So yeah, these 155s, now we're gonna get them over the chronograph. Let's just see how fast they're moving, because the accuracy is good. I like this. So let's get the chronograph set up and we'll be right back. Alright, we're gonna do 3 rounds out of the shield. See what velocity we're gonna get. Okay, and now 3 rounds out of the M&P 45 2.0 full size. Okay, and we'll calculate some numbers with that to see what kind of average velocity and foot-pounds of energy we're going to get. Okay, like you see, shot pretty good. Crunched the numbers. We were getting 950 out of the shield, 311 foot-pounds. The full size with a 4.6 inch was giving us 1,021, 359 foot-pounds. Of course, shield's a 3.3 inch in the 45. They were listing a velocity of 11 1/4. I am thinking that this is out of a 5 inch maybe. Probably a full-size government model that they tested that. But still, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at out of the full size, over 1,000 feet per second. And 950, that's reasonable. Accuracy, I went ahead and from my full-size gun, I used some of my 200 grain extremes to get a baseline. And you can see the gun shooting straight, doing pretty good. Got one little flyer there. But I went ahead and we shot a couple 5-shot groups. There's the first one at 7 yards. I'd say that's fairly respectable. Second one Had one there that was kind of a flyer, but yeah, the rest of them right in there, shooting real good. Of course, we move over to the shield, and first 5 controlled. Yeah, I had a malfunction you saw on the video there, and that just kind of throws your concentration. So the group wasn't that great, but next 5 with the 155 grain, I'd say that printed pretty good. Yeah, I got one little flyer, but that's not too shabby right there. And then the second 5, yeah, it's hitting point of aim. I mean, it's running good. So I would say this is going to be a good carry load. Like I said, I wanted something that's not going to probably have a, you know, the possibility of ricochet or going through hard barriers as much as some of the other loads I've been running. So I think this is going to fit the bill pretty well. I like it that I'm supporting Marcus, and you know, in memory of his teammates. And you know, it's always good to remember our servicemen and women. And you know, like I always say, either we stand up for our rights or we can sit by and watch them go away. You all have an awesome day. Take care. We'll catch you later. Tennessee Frank out of here.